Hello guys. Um, I think I am online, right? So there's a time that I don't post here in my channel. This will be my last video in English, and it will be my last video probably about martial arts or self-defense. So I come here because I have to be very transparent about this stuff. I feel like first of all, I have to explain some things. First, English is not my native language. Okay. Second, where I live, there is too noise here. There is the people that live up in my apartment. I think they are users. I don't know how I could say here. I cannot say clearly because YouTube rules, and this is one of the things that bother me. YouTube looks like I have to speak about it. Um, YouTube has sent me a message that if they treat how should I say that? That's not correct pronunciation. Um, Threatening. I don't know my channel, and they say that if you keep in doing this kind of thing in YouTube, you will get your account deleted. Uh, that's it, very straightforward. You will get your account deleted, everything deleted. Without, without any kind of consideration. That's kind of this. So, because one thing they have expressed, and I always trying to be a reasonable person, um, but even with that, it's not enough for YouTube. So this application YouTube have become or is YouTube looks for me looks like a communist app. How should I say? I will not say Chinese. I don't want to put China in this. China don't have nothing to do with this. But it looks like a communist application because you can say nothing. Unless here I live in Brazil right now. I don't know. Maybe the politics are different in the United States, but I cannot say nothing. Basically, I feel like I cannot. I have to regard myself, right? I cannot say simple things, right? And I see also it's not just I see other people they cannot say they cannot speak simple things. How you make content for your platform if you cannot, if you become the life is difficult, YouTube turn the life difficult for you, right? You cannot say this, you cannot say this, you cannot show this, you cannot do nothing. I am not talking about gruesome stuff. I talk about normal stuff, daily stuff. You cannot say, you cannot speak. Looks like I hate this kind of thing. Me. You cannot this, you cannot that, right? I was always a guy of freedom, right? So I don't like this. I don't like to be just to feel like right. I don't like this idea. I never like. I like liberty. I like freedom, right? So I understand. I understand that you cannot say everything that you want. You cannot comment everything that you want that will offend other people. Maybe I don't know, but because this is very contradictory stuff. Because if you can look by this perspective, so that maybe everything will offend the people, right? So So that's why I kind of don't have interest in produce content to YouTube. Not anymore, and I don't have interest in, even if they close my account. Oh my gosh, kind of don't care. It will be even better for me. I kind of don't even use more and yeah, it, so I don't have reason why. Really, I will not kind of. I can see my master have teach me this thing. When someone say that you are wrong, right? And I think it is. You need to see if you're really wrong. If you're really wrong, you apologize. You will not do that anymore. If you need this ability to see if you are wrong, right? But we think that, and you should see if you're wrong, you apologize. But if you're not, that don't work to me. So now let's go straight to this. With that said, yeah, that maybe I will not produce content to YouTube anymore. The other thing that's sorry my appearance. I take off my beard, and but I in the days that I'm very sick, not just physically. So I have strong depression, but I still have the duty to explain and to speak about that. I always was a guy of truth, right? So I have this philosophy of the truth. The truth is what matter, right? They don't matter theories. Don't matter what you say. The what matters is the truth, right? The time of the truth, right? So this is what matters for me because I am not a guy of lies. I am not a guy of tricks. I'm a guy of right. This is the time of truth. Now you will see if you can fight or not. That is is like I am, or this is the truth. You can I can speak or I can speak a lot of things, etc., etc., etc. But when you gonna go fight someone, right? Um, this is the truth, the time of the truth, right? This is the truth. That's why all this talk, all talk is bullshit. To be honest, all talk is bullshit. Because what matters is this is the truth, the time of the truth, right? When you want to step up and you fight, that's that's what matters, right? Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Don't matter how well you can speak. How well is your technique? You can speak all this stuff. But this is don't matter if you don't step it and don't test yourself. That's it. This is was always my philosophy, right? As a martial artist and always, and as a person, my philosophy, because I think that a philosophy has to be the mirror of your martial arts style. If you are not 100% honest, if you're not a guy of truth, your style is not a style of truth. That was this philosophy in mind. So I have to be very honest with myself in this all these years since my teenage. Since my teenage when I start the martial art path, but when I start to think about I will develop my own martial arts style, self-defense style, because I see there's some styles that there's nothing that I'm not satisfied with these styles. Krav Maga, for example, I'm not criticizing Krav Maga. Is that they see some things in Krav Maga, for example, that will get myself killed, right? I have to be honest. I think I don't even have. I can't say that word. I don't know how to replace it. Get myself finish. I don't know because YouTube rules. You cannot say anything. So let's go to kind of try. Let's go straight to the point to just ignore my appearance. How I say, I have very strong depression. I am looking for other things. So I have to say to you some stuff. First, I live martial arts. I abandon martial arts, right? For Oh, first, my English is not my native language, right? I don't have the duty to speak it. I don't have the duty to speak it because I don't live in America. I don't have nothing to do with America. That's just a person that learn English alone to when to speak with other peoples of other countries, right? Because right now English is a kind of language that is more expanded. I mean, if you go to China, there's some people. Most of the people there that they can speak English, for example. If you go to, I don't know, even Thailand, there's people that understand English. So that's why I have learned English to communicate myself, to kind of um, expand my content, etc. So, but this is over. This will be my I think this will be my last video speaking English probably about martial arts. Yes, and self defense. Also yes. So that's why I will make this one just big thing here is just a live stream. Yeah, I how to do this. Just so let's go. I have to tell you what is the objective for me because I already told that I got of tour. I start very beginning with traditional martial arts. That don't work for me. I start with wushu, and when I was different from the other people, where I live here in Brazil, I live in the time was a violent place, a violent environment, right? And was common the time I was in the college was common to see other students beating other students beating your friends, right? So I don't know if I can say the word here. I cannot say, but this was very common. This was very strong. Even five students, etc. Even not students, adult persons outside also was a threat for students, for everyone. This is a mess. I have to say here, brother. This is a mess, right? United States is a paradise. Uh, Close to the Brazil is when tourists from America come here, they only see partial. Brazil is a very large country. Go and see in the atlas, you will see how big is Brazil geographically speaking. So when tourists come here and they see a bit of stuff, it's just they are just very in the surface, right, of what happened. They don't even will watch. Maybe some people will only watch what is beautiful. They will come to America and speak what they have seen, and what they have seen is not the reflection of the when you live here, right? So this ideology also that Brazil is a dangerous place and a dangerous place is incorrect because there is specific place, specific cities, specific states that are violent. There is a really dangerous environments that are really dangerous, right? That, but there is not just all territory. In the south of Brazil, for example, in where I live here, actually nowadays it's peaceful. You can say stop. I will stop to speak. You see shootings, etc., and violence. Where here I live. I live in an apartment, hundreds of people. It's peaceful. So I can walk in the streets, etc. I can walk, even walk in the night. I see women walking in the night, etc. It's peaceful. So this image that Brazil is a very dangerous place, etc., etc. Guys, if you go to the Rio and if you go to Rio de Janeiro, or if you go to São Paulo, Brazil, etc., São Paulo, if you go to this place, these are the epicenter of the violence. This place. Uh, and like you say, oh no, no, to protect this, protect etc. But I am a man of truth. Why I will lie? Why I will lie? Right? I don't care. I don't care about nothing. I say the truth. And so yeah, São Paulo is violent. Rio de Janeiro is violent. To be honest, it's so much violent. It's a beautiful place. Don't get me wrong, right? For tourism, for you come here to visit, etc. And the beaches, um, and you see the Cristo Redentor, you see etc. All this stuff. You see the beautiful thing, or maybe you go to adventure in the favelas, and but it's all is the criminals are not as the animals, right? They will not shoot the tourists, and it's like they know that they need the tourists go to there, and so they don't want that, to be honest. So, but even there are some streets that maybe you find dangerous. So, but of course, your tourist guide will lead you to a kind of safe zone that I think is already they already talked about. Hey, we are bringing tourists here, and oh, okay, that's it. So you don't kind of run risks, I think. Kind of run, even if that, because here in Brazil, things can turn ugly very fast, depending on where you live. So if I was a tourist, to be honest, I would not come to Brazil. I mean, I would not come to Brazil, I think. If I was a tourist, knowing that the dangers that they have here, I will not come. I will come maybe to places like, I think this will be bad if it, but um, the look of Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, etc. is that not much people get my channel, so you guys can be um, okay with that because don't have big things. I'm not a big influencer, so nothing that I say here will actually do nothing. I love coffee. I don't know if all Brazilians love coffee, but much than love. Um, so let's now enter in the business because there is a lot of time here. So I started in martial arts first to defend myself in first place because I don't want to be the kid to get beaten every single day by students, etc. And it was a dangerous environment. And there's other complications. For example, my daddy, he dies very. When I born, my daddy died. That was kind of that. And then my mother find another guy that he was very violent, so I fear him a lot. And that's all this stuff made me so different from most martial arts. I not moved to the gym to become with the idea to be a regular, to become a sportive guy. I really goes to the gym, to the dojo, etc., to learn how to defend myself. Yeah. So so the first style was wushu. I remember that was wushu. I think I don't know. I was very young, guys. I don't know if I was 10 years old or was something like that. It was a long time. Now I am 33. I think this is how say in English. I don't know. And then the first time I tried wushu, I remember I make some kind of pose. and the guy just punched him in the face. And then I see that don't work. So I move. I get deception. I thought because I watched the movies of Jet Li in the time, so I got deception and I stopped it. And then I start to watch boxing matches in the TV, right? And despite that, for me, that was brutal. It's satire. That looks like it will work. But anyway, I just liked for fun because I thought that with martial arts would never work. That stuff will never work. And but one day, unfortunately or not, a kid stepped up and said, "I'll bet you." That's it. So he comes, and I just watched so many boxing matches that they kind of the car. Uh, when he comes, I just made this, and I land him a punch. Right, the camera here, and I land him a punch. He he kind of comes very violent to me. I kind of make this, but I make this, right? So I block here and I make this, and I don't even made boxing that day. But of watching so many boxing matches, uh, right? I think maybe I don't remember. Maybe I make shadow box, but I don't think that I don't remember to make shadow box. But I just naturally, I just raise here when he comes with his very open white punch here. He was the same stature of me. He come here and I kind of just block him, but in the same time was a bit weird that you. But oh, I have as hit. I don't know. I just this thing here, right? Just this thing I block here. That with a lot of fear to get hit, but I just do this. And when I open my eyes, because I do this, I close my eyes of fear, right? Because no one will help me. And always until this day, I have this. No one will help me. Uh, if someone be something evil to me, no one will help me. Don't expect that. So, and that's it. I think people here in Brazil trust much in the laws and the security that will never happen because there's some places that are not violent. So they're or violent is so they think that will not never happen to them until the day that comes. So when I see this, I just strike him. And when I opened my eyes, he was in the ground, knockout. So they see this works. This works. So I moved to not boxing because there is not boxing gym. I moved to kickboxing, studied kickboxing by also watching what I could in boxing stuff, and that's it. And that works for me. And I so since that I I'm lying to you guys. Before I go to the boxing, I moved to no. I am correct. I was doing boxing. Yeah. It's because it was a long time and I take medications that make my memory because I take this medication since I was 17, I think. I don't know. I take these medications that maybe make me forget some stuff. Um, Let me drink my coffee. So boxing was good, but I always want to try some kicks, etc. But that was a local karate dojo, and then I moved to the karate dojo. I think it was Shotokan. I think no, it was Shotokan, but I don't like to say that because then and what? But when I go to the Shotokan karate, I was with the idea. No, I will break the guys. I will could defend myself 100%. They have kicks, they have punches, etc. It was 19 years. Um, latest 19 years or 1,000. I don't know. So when I moved to the karate Shotokan, looks always awesome, but I know some stuff they were not focusing protect the face or focusing protect the center. And when I learned this kind of stuff about the center, uh, and the thing about the karate is that Shotokan, this karate, they just touch you. This is not they don't fight for real. They just touch you and was something by points. That thing starts me annoying me. In the time I remember, that thing starts me to annoy me, and all this thing. There is some stuff that I kind of I know the philosophy, etc. How does we have all this philosophy? And we have to respect, of course, because it's their philosophy. But we need to see what is practical in reality. And that what I watching was what is working Olympics and not real fight, etc. So touching. So when I enter in character, just ignore my physique because I stopped training anything for 2 years right now. Until right now, I don't train anything, nothing, nothing. I just focus in other stuff. That's basically right. But when was you was in the karate, right? You was in the karate. You kind of hurt the person, etc. You kind of just hit like that and just hit like that. It's a kind of just a kind of the I just touch, right? You was here, kind of like that, right? Kind of hit like that. So you just don't hit them for real. You kind of just don't read for real. You kind of just kind of you could you it was more weird like that. It was kind of jumping, and you kind of yeah, but was hitting, right? Was just touching. I mean, was touching. Was for points. So that was kind of annoying to me. But I remember that was what they call that kumite. Do you know? I think it's the word for they use the kata. Oh yeah, when you have all this kata stuff that you have to decor, and this is good for karate. This traditional karate is good for discipline. Yeah, the philosophy, this thing, because you have to be disciplined. You have to do everything right. So the katas must be right. This kind of thing. Also, other thing that bothers me is with this karate is that they look like very rigid style to the contrast with kung fu wushu that looks like water looks something more flexible, right? Looks something more flexible. Uh, Doing this more flexible contour and attack or etc. The karate looks more like bam, look like bam, bam, bam. This is much rigid style. I have to say the karate from Okinawa, right? The mentality, so the real karate in the ancient times or even today in Okinawa. That's it. That's it. It's a really sad, but they have all they need. The karate, the traditional karate, they have all they need. They can block from up attacks from up. They can block attacks from the left, or even here. They can lead the hand down to defend down. So they have all these defenses, right? And you also have a solid stance here. So it depends of your stance, but you can defend here, right? You can defend here, you can defend here, You can defend here from up, right? You can do this also. You can do this also, and then you go to attack, etc. Right? So you have all this. You have all these defense system here in the karate, right? It looks very rigid for me. Um, there is a lot. There is a lot of kind of hand stuff rather you for self defense. Not you use this part of your hand. You use phoenix punch, etc. You use palm strikes. There is so many techniques that you can use. You use this punch here. Um, but for self defense, this is not used because Olympics was just kind of touch. So and depends because karate have a lot of styles. So depends a lot. So and that's come when my first chapter in my martial arts journey. That was this is karate is just for touch. Okay, I respect your tradition. I was say etc. That's good. It's good put your discipline in the people, and it said all this philosophy. It said to train your body, old school, everything. But there in the streets without kind of, I not feel that safe. And then I moved to kickboxing. I was this kind of students never keep in the school. So I moved to the, I mean, a school of fighting because the school I was I was obligated by my mother. So I moved to kickboxing. Yeah, I found the kickboxing. Kickboxing. Now I found the perfect style. Here we have the boxing punches, and we have the karate kicks, and it's all bullshit and more straight to the point combat, right? That's why, cause that will work in the streets. And I moved to kickboxing, but I found it to be after training wushu, after training karate, I found this to be such a simple style, kickboxing, effective, effective, but the simple style in my mind was a simple. And I keep, but it's a simple. But there is no self-defense techniques actually, like disarm. I was this guy that think there knew that it was these styles about disarm, right? Because I want to be a guy to defend my, be able to defend every situation. How will you fight someone with against someone with if you have weapons, if you have more people, right? Because Brazil is this kind of way. You are fighting someone, and when you see have more than 10 people to beat you, the thing is skeleton. They don't even know who is they are hitting, and that's it. So right. So I have these. I have read the main books also. So how to stop the fight fast, etc. How techniques self-defense. So this was a sport. I keep this some time. I never lost a fight in when I was at this style. I mean kickboxing, and yeah, the other was just for points. So it's not really kind of challenge for me. I was one of these guys. They kind of born with natural talent for martial arts. Even my master say to me, one of my masters say to me that I was a very fast learner. He even asked to me if I already have learned, if I was a martial artist already. And then I was not. I said, no, I never do that stuff. I always have a kind of natural talent. Maybe it's because I watch movies, I don't know, but I never like training before. So I don't know. But yeah, it was fast learner. When they say, no, go here and train jab, right punch, hook, uppercut, right? And show, and I get all this very, very fast. So I was kind of natural talented. He said that, so yeah, I was a natural talent. I said I was get black belt very fast because I looks like a read a martial arts, but in question of how I get things fast, and now I used to because I was kind of yeah I was kind of obsessed. I don't want to lose in the streets. I don't want to get beat anymore, right? And but so I was in kickboxing, and then there is no self defense techniques, so I quit after some time. I quit and I discovered a style called Shidokan Karate, Karate Shidokan. And then I have strong interest in Karate Shidokan. But unfortunately to me, there was not clo- uh, close gene to my province, to my city, etc. about this karate. But I looked at the Karate Shidokan, the guys have all, right? They kind of Kyokushin, but have the Muay Thai clinch. And they also can, I think they can also punch in the face. They also jujitsu in the ground. No, this is perfect. They even train with some kenjutsu base, so it's perfect. And yeah, I also train in kenjutsu styles. Um, I think it was Ryohei style. I think it was that. But this was I trained Kenjutsu for just a short time. I trained Kenjutsu until the pandemic. The pandemic. I think it's the pandemic or pandemic of this coronavirus. Because after that, I lost my house. I lost the home, and I have to move to apartment, and I don't have space to practice Kenjutsu. So I stopped to train Kenjutsu. After I have learned all things, I knew the techniques. I know the techniques, etc. Maybe some I forgot. Some I forgot. I don't know. But uh, since the pandemic come, this was years later. But when the pandemic comes, um, I lost my home. So it's not that I lost my home because financial problems, etc., etc., a lot of stuff with the pandemic. I don't lost my life like a lot of people sadly lost with this virus. I survived it, but I lost a lot of things in life. So lost my job, I lost everything. I used to have a good job, I lost everything. Everything get I cannot say the word. Everything get I cannot say the word. And then I have to move. I have to adapt to myself. And here where I live, there is no space to train, etc. You're not cannot train in this, etc. Thing, and then I can also cannot train what I have learned in this local gyms. Why English have these words that look so similar? Gym, gyms. Because jeans is the punch. There is a punch called jeans. You will not talk about this. And talk about gyms. G. I don't know the other letter in English. Epsilon. Epsilon. I don't know. And in the end, gym. Yeah, gym. You call that. There is no gym here to train that will accept me to train whatever all the stuff that I have learned. Because when I stepped into this gym, for example, I remember I stepped in the Muay Thai gym. Guy, what he's doing here, the master of the gym, and I come to training, but not your style. I mean, because I want to use their stuff to training, the equipment. Not I was not interested in Muay Thai styles at that time because I was already Shidokan martial artist. I don't have interest in. I never will have interest in Muay Thai. To be honest, I always find fantastic, formidable style, but I never have interest in Muay Thai because it was much simple for me already in the time. In the after the, I realized that Muay Thai was very simple in my 20 years. Yeah, I think is that how to say. It was very simple style Muay Thai. So here you are. You are. I need to be careful to not kick this thing. Here you are, the Muay Thai stance or whatever, or Muay Thai Brazilian, etc. Here you are in the Muay Thai stance, right? The camera is a bit low, so I have to do not correct the stance, but let's say this is Muay Thai. The Muay Thai, it's a very simple style. You have punch here, right? You have punch here, right? Punch here, punch here, right? You can here, right? You can here also. You turn here, you can here, right? Kind of keen. There's a lot of time that I don't practice martial arts, so I just try to. There is the clinch. They can strike in the clinch, enter in the clinch, broken, unbalanced, and etc. This is what I think. But there's this, right? Still house, right? They have these elbows here. They have elbows here, right? They have elbows here. Also, they have these elbows. Not much common that you use. They turn spin kick and pin here, hit here, right? So, but the center is bad for takedowns, not good. So also one thing that I don't like Muay Thai how they kick. They kick like you with your shin here, right? You kick the here. I cannot make the kick because I break my leg in the wall. So this kind of when I see this kind of technique that you kick with your shin, I know that you already have. I think it's karate kick shit, but I never liked this, especially in Muay Thai, because in the in a ring, in a sport match, or even in the streets against, but I don't like it because I don't feel safe to kick in the body with this part. I used to train a bit of Muay Thai. I remember that I moved. But this I was 16, I think. I was started testing a lot of styles, um, and I moved to kick, use this Muay Thai kick. Um, in the it was not the jungle that it was close to my home. It was yeah. I don't know how to say the word. By the way, I used to click in a very traditional way, to be honest. Um, but the things get freak about my opinion about Muay Thai when I see Anderson Silva break his leg. Yeah, then I realized that I will never use this kick. Never again. I will never use this kind of thing. Because that can happen. You can have the privilege to that happen in a ring. There is a full of doctors, right? Etc. There are doctors there, etc. They can save you. You have this, right? You have this. Now, imagine if that happens in the street. If you're done with your leg in the street. Imagine if that had happened. I mean, oh no, but this is the chance of the no, but it can. So imagine if that happens, or even breaking other parts of your legs. This technical stuff. Imagine if that happens, man. That scene of watching these guys break their legs torment me enough to never come to Muay Thai. Never, never, never. Imagine if it happened in the street. That's it. For me, a guy that already have a mentality to defend myself in real scenarios in streets. Imagine if that happened, right? You can in the streets you can maybe that I think I have a scenario that I have to fight with one hand only. That's where I kind of develop a style with one form, not a style. Yeah, I kind of style with one hand. But if you break a leg, you're done. You're done. And that's why I decided to, in this my search for martial arts, I found a style called Savate. I found two styles to be honest, Wing Chun and Savate. And Savate, they use more, they use more stomp kicks, right? Stomp kicks, or in Muay Thai also they use the oblique kick, but in Wing Chun this is more common. I don't know, this is a very common technique. And the Savate they use stomp kicks, right? So I see this is much more safe than you use your shin and having like them break your shin. So that's why I don't never ever move to the Muay Thai. And the clinch is cool, it's interesting. All this Muay Thai is good for ring. That's it. Or your less resource of self defense. I mean, it's in question of fighting, etc. Right? Or even this dangerous, deadly uh, elbows, etc. It's very good. I mean, Muay Thai is good. It's very good if you can join Muay Thai with something else. Even the culture, Muay Boran, that's it. Because Muay Boran, to be honest, yeah, if it was to be self-defense, should move already to Muay Boran styles. Some Muay Boran styles, or maybe much of them, or maybe all of them, I don't know. But some, I have seen some Muay Boran styles are really dangerous and good for self-defense. They have grappling, and they have techniques, even disarm techniques. They have some Waiboran styles that are really good. That if they watch a decent master, the new one, full Waiboran style with these techniques, sure I will step in. But I only watch regular Muay Thai or more Brazilian Muay Thai, and Brazilian Muay Thai is good. These styles are good for sporting, or if you don't have anything else. Let's say it's very good. Of course, against a common people, this is lethal, right? This will work if your opponent, if you are alone. Because when I face the last fight, now I will come there. I'm not the Nak Muay or Muay Thai fighter, unless my experience in phase one, in phase ZI, is that they are having a lot of focus in you, in one person, different from my style and all that the things that I learned from other styles, Krav Maga, etc. Krav Maga was what kind of opened myself, my vision to pay attention in your environment. This is so much important, or even more important to self-defense than even know anything. Because if you know your environment, you can you have this mentality, you have awareness of what happens, you're surrounded, and you know the possible roads, the dangers, you will avoid that. You see some guys there like they're acting weird, robbing people. What you will do? You will pass the same street, you will kind of go to the other streets. And when I face this Muay Thai guy, this guy, we start to you will start to sparring in a very close. This is sparring here in my home. Sparring here in my home, and he starts to almost hit anything, right? And since I was this thing about the environment, I can fight in the close range, close space, and touch anything because I am aware of my surroundings, my environment. I know that there is a thing here. I am fighting, but I know there is same thing. Not just because I know my home. In the street is the same thing. I know that there is a street there. I know that this thing I can use as a weapon. I will say to you if you want to defend yourself. This mentality is much more useful, to be honest. I think it's much more useful because it will make you avoid you a lot of trouble, possible trouble, right? As you see, oh no, my door, you can see it's not very close, right? Etc. etc. You can see the light here is kind of bright, everything, right? You can see. No, you cannot see my cat here because the camera is not. So you have in Krav Maga, this is good. Krav Maga, this is good. But in Krav Maga also is bad because one thing that I don't like in Krav Maga, but this is my personal view, okay? I am not saying that what I'm saying that this is my view, okay? The problem with Krav Maga, despite these crazy techniques that maybe will not work, will work to kill you fast, but it's just my opinion, right? There is all styles. There is useful techniques because my style comes from other styles, a mix of them. Also, I have learned. Sorry, I copy you guys' styles and implementing my own style and create my own style. That was happen. So I watched them. This this is good. I think I made the same thing as Jigoro Kano because the judo don't have jujitsu. Jujutsu, I think it was in the term. Japanese jujitsu, they don't have. And then he watched that. Oh, this is interesting. And then he sent a disciple of judo to take get the movements and then bring it to him. And then he implemented the judo, but years later they kind of for this kind of done because the judo today they just only focus in takedowns, not in working the ground. So this kind of die. I don't know if I can say this word also. They don't practice. If you don't practice something by years, if your style don't practice that, eventually will be lost the knowledge or will never be used because we only focus and throw down. So that's why I think the judo is one of the best styles of to use to self-defense to every situation. As Jigoro Kano say, that he have created a perfect style. He have created a style for every situation. He was not lying. He was telling the truth because in the time he have implement they have this takedown, etc. But he have implemented jiu-jitsu fight in the ground to fight in standard. They have this thing of balancing, right? Of course you just his basic style of judo was just throw down people, right? So you come a lot of aggressors, you just throwing down, etc. But in a realistic way, not in Aikido way, Aikido way, Aikido way, not in Aikido way, but in a realistic way, it's just showing people judo in that time. They're very good. So, but when he sees jiu-jitsu in the ground, he say, "This is good." Yeah, and how about if you have to fight on the ground? So he sent a student there. I mean, I just read about that. I don't know if it's true, but I just what I read, what I know, that he sent a student there and he learned jiu-jitsu, or he get a student from this jiu-jitsu school. I don't know. Somehow he have learned. I think it was this point of line. He's saying the student learn the techniques and bring it back to him, something like that. And then he implement this in jiu-jitsu. And words are not years later, when a judoka comes to Brazil, he teach the graces. Um, I will not say that he teaching everything to the Graces, okay? Because the Graces will get angry with me, and these guys will get angry with me if I say that judoka, that the jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is nothing more than judo solo part. But let's say that this guy to not get things freak to me. Let's say that these guys, let these guys, this judoka master that come to Brazil, not knowing nothing what was happening, only knew speak Japanese, and then the Grace is offering him some food. And the stories that I know, right? I'm not inventing this. This is in the internet. You can search, etc. And they give him food. They give him home. They help him a lot here in Brazil. So one day, I don't know. I think they see his skill, right, in the ground, and then the graces come kind of, hey, you could teach you my use this ground fighting, and then the graces kind of learn this judo part, ground part, and name it to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because if you stop to think, Brazil don't have nothing to do with Japanese martial arts. I mean, jujutsu, or Japanese jiu-jitsu, it's already like the name say, is a Japanese style. So how somehow will born a Brazilian jiu-jitsu style? How Western people will come? It's like, I mean, I live in Brazil and I live in Brazil, etc. How I will come and say I developed, I created a kung fu style. But how? If I never live in China, know some techniques is not a style. No techniques is not a style. Style is a much deep thing, right? I mean, they have roots, they have basics, it takes years and years to be developed a style, right? I mean a style. So one thing that I always speak is that you know some techniques is one thing. You know a style is another thing, right? So how people that are not Japanese, don't live in Brazilians, is different from capoeira, because capoeira was have a long story here, is here, etc. But about jiu-jitsu is a Japanese style. You guys never stop to think about that. So how exists Brazilian jiu-jitsu? No, but exists and style that works very well for a single one one person versus another person. But if I told you, if I have to choose, I will choose Japanese jiu-jitsu, because yeah. The only thing I think is that was the part of why the Brazilian jiu-jitsu is different. I don't know. Maybe it's because they use the kimono like the judokas more, the kimono to choose the techniques. So enough talk about jiu-jitsu. Maybe we'll talk about later. Um, so yeah, what was my development of my martial arts? Mm, oh yeah, guys, I forgot my. I started to speak about the grace about the jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I kind of lost myself here. But in my life, I have trained Krav Maga. After all these styles that I already told you, Krav Maga, I also they show me Krav Maga. You hold the gun like that, you do like that, you get this movement here, right? You get this movement here, you come here, you lock here, right? Pull, strike here, hold this arm here, and you take it down, etc., etc. Or just lead your hand to the attacker to keep this angle, right? Just strike straight, but don't use hooks. Maybe some schools teach hooks, I don't know. Um, because strength punches come first than these punches here. Not always true, right? But okay. So, but this thing that grab the knife, take the knife. The principles of Krav Maga are good. For example, one principle. don't stay in the don't stay out of the danger zone, stay out of the fire zone, right? So this principle is good. I use this. I have to use this principle. I use this principle, right? Of course, I will want to move the the gun to a safe zone to not shoot him. Of course. So this principle is good. Now, how will you do that? Are another 100, right? How will you do that? So, but yeah, of course, there's someone that they point the gun to you. What do you do if you do something? Because the better thing, I think, is do nothing unless you have to. But if that, of course, but how? And then they born all these crazy techniques, born these crazy techniques like boom, cha, right? Grab here, take it here, take it here, all this thing, right? Like your aggressor will stay stop it. But one thing is efficient, kicking the grind. So I think I already finished Krav Maga here speaking about. Oh, I already trained CKC. Yeah, I'm big boss, Metal Gear. And I don't have nothing bad to say about that. It's cool. It's good. But I also need some stuff that don't look so much little close quarter combat. And I also studied kind of ninjutsu. Yeah, that's crazy. I always go to this path of martial arts. How I say, I spend basically all my life studying martial arts. After that, kind of get obsessed with self defense, especially when I see friends that kind of lost their life because I cannot use other words. I think because they don't knew how to defend themselves. This case involves uh, violence, domestic violence, and their wives don't know how to defend, or another situations. And like, and then when I was adopted this mentality of be very transparent, and be very clear, be very honest, and be very focused in self-defense, right? Self-defense. And if I get one style, get Muay Thai for example, just one style, I have to get use a style that I could use when I was old. Because when you are young, you can do all this stuff. You can do flying kick, you can spin kick, you can use an X kick or hammer kick or whatever. You can use all these crazy things. You can even fly when you are young. You can destroy entire tree if you with your leg. You chop the tree with your leg. You can do super things. You can fly away your opponent, throw down, and use your thing. If I have to pick one style, I will pick just judo. I mean, a decent teacher judo. That's it. You guys are watching this and want to learn self defense. Judo, a decent teacher judo. When I mean a decent teacher in judo, it's good that he knows self-defense and it's good that he knows ground fight. If you know a judo master that know ground fight like jiu-jitsu, don't right? You have a gem. Go for it. Because why judo is better? Judo have takedowns. You don't want, to be honest, you don't want spend fighting in the ground, streets in the middle streets in the ground. You do not want. You just take it down your opponent. Even wrestling is good for this. But wrestling is like I think it's a bit even more lethal when it can bring problems to you because you suplex a guy in the ground in a hard surface. It's not kind of good. It's a bit more gentle. So I mean, it's not that is a bit more gentle. There are techniques that also can done with you. But if I have to choose one, I will choose judo. That's it. or ninjutsu, because ninjutsu, their philosophy, I mean, you have ninjutsu is much more difficult because you have to find a real ninjutsu master, right? Because real that it was really a dissident. D- I mean, it was passed generation from generation, right? So a decent, because there's a lot of guys that I don't consider ninjutsu. It's not just that they get judo things, and some real things that they say that this is ninjutsu. The real ninjutsu will teach you how to create things to blind your the aggressor. They will teach you how to make this in home. You can make these things. You launch here in his face, get eyes start to get off things. You can just disappear. This is ninjutsu. So much people will hate me to speak all this stuff about martial arts, but this is ninjutsu. If they don't teach you, it is not ninjutsu. That's not ninjutsu. It is incomplete or is not ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is this. Sorry there, but ninjutsu was used to be this. Was used not to be frontal confrontation, direct confrontation. So, if the in the times of the ninjas, shinobi, etc., if they have to, they use this launch these things in your eyes that is made of. I don't know how to say in English, but they use a lot of things, wasabi, I don't know what the things they use, but that kind of done with your eyes. That's it. Enough to you disappear. Ninjutsu is kind of art of disappear. And because the thing was so strong that in the ancient times, of course, they don't know what this was. Well, what is happening? What did this happen? Is that they use the stuff and they can run, they can hide, they hide very well. So in their mind is that they just disappear. The guy know how to disappear, but no, there's the things are very fast. These guys are so fast, very so high trained. They look like they disappear, but in honest, they was there maybe in some tree and camouflage, etc. You cannot see it. That there is this illusion. Ninjutsu works a lot of illusion, right? It's like magic, yeah, but it's real. It's like that. So this is more of the good of the ninjutsu skills, not the techniques, not even the techniques. It's more like the style is more like to. This is the thing of ninjutsu. You don't go. You don't want to keep in the streets doing all this. You don't want to call attention. This is ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is kind of you're just walking. Okay, there's someone that wants to make something bad for you. You just hit him. You're fast and you just go. This is ninjutsu. I give a very simple example, very simple example of his ninjutsu. But you, poof, you take down the guy, and people don't even notice. This is ninjutsu. This is the real ninjutsu. If it's not this, that's not ninjutsu. For me, it's not ninjutsu. Right? Ninjutsu is this thing. It's more like ninjutsu is not you get off yourself black and go in the streets like that, call attention to everyone. No, ninjutsu is like if he was a modern ninja, he will use normal clothes. He will don't call attention. He know all the places that are possible danger place. He will avoid like Krav Maga. How they are very aware of the environment. This is a real ninja, right? So they have this tactical also where they hide if I need to hide. If I need to hide, where they hide. How I make this not, so ninjutsu is very good because don't call much attention. You don't want to call attention because if you start to fighting in the middle of the streets and keep there, other people will come, policy will come, everyone will come, and you get a mess, especially here in Brazil, and you get a mess, and when you see you are done. You are in trouble. So this is good in the ninja because they have this philosophy there. Well, if you fail there, you already done. So you should just be like a shadow. Yeah, be like a shadow. You just like I say, they don't use this repeat rotation and how this spark thing. No, It's just ninjutsu, ninjutsu, ninjutsu. It's just like there are some here, someone to battle, so you just pull team, come pull two, take him down, and just go more fast as possible. Just reach, pull, pass, and just disappear, disappear in the crowd. This is ninjutsu, right? This is ninjutsu, and so that's why I stay in these two styles. What's these styles I get? Judo or ninjutsu? The thing is that it's hard to find what I tell you. It's hard to find a really dissident. Dissident is not the word, but ninjutsu is this thing is passed generation from generation. And when these guys are greed for money, there's some guys they call themselves ninjas out there. But when they are greed for money, they don't teach you any of speak it to you. And last for me, that is not ninjutsu. Or maybe of course we have this line of thinking that um, they don't want to cheat you because they don't want to cheat you. They just this thing, or they don't want to cheat you. Don't make much sense. I mean, if they cheat you, the part that I talk to you how to go and act like very fast and no one even notice, then that's ninjutsu. But if there is no this in the dojo, it's not ninjutsu. Definitely, it's not ninjutsu. And if they don't teach you, because I learned that how to make this stuff. Yeah, I don't consider myself a ninja or a master in ninjutsu. Never. But I have learned how to use the Kurai Zaigama, how is the name like that, the things, all this stuff. I have learned that. But most things I like is things that you create and you can use to blind your guy and you just disappear. All these techniques like there are people there you launch something to make noise, so they go to investigate. Looks like a video game, looks like stealth video game should be, and they go investigate or something that make them to you faster. That's it, right? And about the shurikens, yeah, maybe they use the shurikens. It should be very good, very fast. Depending of the size of the shuriken, depending of your technical shuriken. They even say that there are 9 ninjutsu schools, and there was a school specialized in just shuriken, right? So but overall, the schools they use shuriken, even samurais use shuriken. But the thing is, the shuriken maybe have poison. But they don't use shuriken. But they use shuriken to a lot of things, to make noise, to launch in the ground, launch in the ground, so you could run, and when people pass through it, will hurt the feet like what the, and then the guy can disappear. That's it. So this is ninjutsu, right? And this is the good of the ninjutsu is that of course you don't throw shurikens in the people. Maybe you will, but you will not throw shurikens. That's not the idea to use this, right? Unless I don't know, but you don't. Even these things that you create, these bombs, small, I don't know what to call bombs. Fish of the guy. This is very fun. Fun is not, and it's not fun. This hurts your eyes. Done with your eyes. You kind of. It's terrible. It's much more terrible than the spray. That's terrible. You kind of this hurt a lot, burns a lot, and you well good can see if you can see because I think you will need the doctor. But if you can't see, the guy already done. Even if it's kind of temporary, it's supposed to be temporary. But even if he's not that strong, your vision gets the guy already done. And then there is smoke things that they use. I don't know if it's real, but this I don't. This part I don't know if there's. I know that they work with this stuff with like in blush, and I don't know how to say in English, but the ingredients, but it burns your eyes. But now about smoke grenade, this smoke grenades, I think I never see one. Nice, but I don't stay much time in ninjutsu because I don't. Yeah, I don't stay much time in ninjutsu, and the story about ninjutsu, I don't want much to talk about it, right? I don't want much to talk about. But of course, I think if you want to learn ninjutsu, you have to go to Japan, where it was called Iga. I give you glimpse the Iga, the ancient time. I don't know if it's today it's called Iga. You have to go to Iga in Japan, and there is ninjas there. I think. Yeah, there's ninjas. So if you convince them somehow, I don't know how. Maybe I don't know how. Maybe they teach you some stuff. Um, so, but this is good, the day ninjutsu. If I have to choose one thing, I would choose, yeah, judo or ninjutsu, but judo is more accessible. Now, find a good judo master, I would choose, because judo is the thing. You have a Muay Thai fighter. Of course, depends on the fighter, but most of them what you see, the judo guy just have to be inside. One time he is inside, he grabs. When he grabs, he unbalances, right? And he take it down, and he finish. That's it. That's it. Not just against Muay Thai, against anything. I think any standing style. Judo is this. He will unbalance you, and he will take you down. One time he only get close, close enough to grab you. When he close enough, he throws down, take you down. It's not like jiu-jitsu that you go just in single leg or double leg. Because if you see matches of judo jiu-jitsu, who takes down who? Judo guys, right? Judo guys. What is better to take down? Judo wrestling. That is judo, right? So that's it. So if I have to choose one style was judo. But the thing is that so why you develop all this style? Why you just don't get judo? The judo here, judo master, he was one of these guys of the Olympic stuff. So he only cares about sport Olympics. I need to see something more. One guy that was looking for self-defense. I am not against the Olympic sport, against that. But I think if you develop a, Jigoro Kano develop a style that was how he have say for all situations. So you come to the gym, the master don't know things self-defense, real street scenarios. He don't know self-defense techniques. He don't know how to fight in the ground. So it's a kind of regular judo master, very focused in Olympics. He only comes Olympics. No, he just care about Olympic sport. And I already have CDs in the Shotokan karate in the karate. They only hit you for points. Oh, one point there, you stop there. If you go in the streets, there is not such a thing. And because you used to be to what you train. Why Muay Thai is so efficient? Because they used to hit, right? Hit you, right? Or boxing, they used to hit you, really hurt you, really break you. So that's it. And when you come to karate, yeah, I don't want to disrespect karate. I mean, I don't want to disrespect karate because I mean there is a lot of styles of karate. I even studied sometime the military Shotokan karate, etc. And there is the kumite techniques are good. The karate is good. If you go, but I let's say let's see, the Okinawa karate is the definition, the perfection of the karate. Is the real karate, the Okinawa karate. If you but you have to travel to now or do how master they know. Oh, the no karate, kobudo, etc. Right? They don't even know how to fight Python for some masters, etc. It's a bit different. You can think that it's saying the same, but it's a bit different. Right? They're not heavily focusing on Olympics. It's close. It's really focused on self-defense. It's really karate. What karate is meant to be, right? But they don't all punch like this. They punch like so. This is like a wave that come. This punch here and you one punch KO. This is the karate, real karate. If it's one touch do nothing, for me it's not karate. For a guy that learned from the Okinawa masters, for me this is not karate. Sorry about that. Or maybe it is, oh, but it is because we are teaching discipline with philosophy. But when you come to the street, or face of fighter, real fighter, you get destroyed. I see this. I see there is a video in YouTube of a woman that know this jumping karate, Olympic karate, and she gets a guy the regular skills, and she get it don't matter if he's a martial arts style, it's supposed to a woman be able to defend herself. So no, a man is more. A man can beat a woman because he is more strong biological. Oh, if he was this, I'm a weak person. Look at this man. Look at my arm, and I have beat guys much more strong. Right? So that's martial arts is to overcome force. You need to understand this a real style, martial arts style, self-defense style is to overcome force, right? If it's to subdue, it's to overcome a force. If it's not that way, it's not martial arts. It's my opinion. If it's not that way, it's not martial arts. It does not work. Whatever the story, if the past work, it's not the same as the Okinawa karate, for example. It's not karate. Sorry. What is karate? Karate is one punch KO. That's it. Karate is they have the philosophy, exactly the discipline. What is this? They will punch you, you kick you to destroy you. It's the same thing like Muay Thai. Right? They will really punch you, they will really kick you. It's not this way points, points, points. The closest thing that we have outside Okinawa is Kyokushin Karate, right? Kyokushin Karate. They really hit you for real. But they don't have much self-defense techniques. Sportive karate style I also don't like, but okay, they kind of respect this of the center, but they're very vulnerable because they also have this philosophy of no, forget the head, protect your center, and yeah, protect your center is different, but overall it's better you protect your head and here because the chances in the streets my cat is dreaming. The chances of the suicide they go right to their head. My cat is dreaming. He's dreaming. So with that, now let's come to my style. I get all these things, and I even get things from China, Bajiguan, and Wing Chun, and I get all these things and mix all these 20 years, and I develop my own style, my own philosophy. Think all this, I mix all this Krav Maga stuff and all these things to kind of develop my style to finally I could um, come into people this is the final product we have all and that's it. So how that you need and I have to think about how will be able to defend myself when I get very old and I don't have physics. This physics don't need to be important. Phys- your condition is important to your health. But let's say you're very old, you need to defend yourself. There are some young gangsters out there and want done with you, right? So you don't have more the energies or these attributes. Why Muay Thai is so good? It's because they're fighters. They they have good attributes. Yeah, they train a lot, they are young, etc. Even the old guys are good because they used to train a lot. But when you get really old, it's a bit hard to defend and trust in these techniques. You will need something more. Because this is the principle of martial arts. I will tell you, this is martial arts right now. Martial arts, it's the same thing that my master said to me. Martial arts is the ability to finish the fight the more fast as you can. Forget about the rest. This is the concept, the primary concept is the ability to finish the fight the more fast as you can. This is the best martial arts. This is the best time. Is this? Don't matter how you finish the fight. The matter is this: how fast you are able to finish a fight. 5 seconds, 1 second is this. This is martial arts or self-defense or anything that you want to call. Is this? It's the ability martial arts is this. How fast you can finish. How good the martial arts is how fast you can finish a fight. And move on. Just move on. How fast? Right? This is the first principle. So now we come to our days. Well, guys, I was training and teaching, etc. Studying very in this thing of martial arts and self-defense. But then I started to realize, and I come to some problems. Most of them are financial problems. And I realized I have to do other things here in Brazil. I have to do other things, right? I was not having success. Uh, I have to do other things to survive. So this was the first step for my martial arts declination, my retirement, let's say, in the study of martial arts. Even after learning Baji, Guan, Tai Chi Chuan, and even a bit of Wing Chun, because Wing Chun is a complex system to make it work. But in other styles, kickboxing, karate, I was mixing things in, adapting things in, creating some valid stance in, etc., etc. Enter with the federation here in Brazil to validate your style. So much bureaucratic thing because you don't want just people come and you want to. If you create a style, you want to register it, right? Especially here in Brazil. But a lot of things people can copy your styles and later come and say that it's their style, etc. And I also don't have much uh, to test this style against public. I mean, in a very large event to show I don't have this, I could do this. So, geographically speaking, I don't have money to move, etc. All this stuff, and I have other things to worry about there. I get normal jobs. All my life I used to work normal job. I also work as security guard here in Brazil, but even make a course. You need a course uh, to become a vigilant security guard is the same word because I don't will not speak vigilant because we sound like Batman. We speak security guard. What is this? To work, I even work with armed, right? Work in the bank, security guard. Or I have to work this. I don't like guns, weapons, fire guns. I don't like. I have to train. I train to use them against them, etc. But I don't like it. I prefer the Kobudo system that use tonfa, use white use white weapons to not say a lot of stuff here and get concealed. Um, so because I think these are weapons of honor, right? You need technique, right? With a katana, for example, with a sword, you need technique, right? If your life depends of your technique, right? Now with a gun, there's not much to do. You just come and shoot. So this is not is not very honorable to me and my don't integrate in my philosophy, right? It isn't when you self-defense you have to use the gun, right? But you work as a bodyguard, but a bodyguard, yeah, I don't know if it's yeah, a bodyguard. So yeah, but I don't never was stuff like modern guns. I don't like it. I don't like war. This modern war. I don't like war in general, but I don't like modern war. I don't like this thing because this thing looks all this war that we are watching now, this is disgusting. This there is no honor in that. Much of stuff there is no honor in you just there is no skill. You just of course there is the skill how you aim, etc. Which is not really skill. There is not much things that you can do. Now in the ancient times when a samurais are good because they're famous etc. because they depend really in the technique. Do you know what you're getting the feeling what I mean? They really in the technique. So, for example, I don't know, Master Harube Yasube or Master Yagyu Jubei or even Miyamoto Musashi. Those guys are tactical, of course. Musashi, especially Musashi, was more tactical than samurai, really. But the other guys, Yasube Horibe, I think it was his name. I can say very, but I think it was this. He was one of the runners. I did the movie that Keanu Reeves made. The runnings, 37 running, something like that. Historically, Harubi Yasube was one of them. And this guy was capable of take, for example, 10 swordmen, bandits, of course, assassins, etc. But he was able to get 10, solving the problem because of his skill, his high skill. So there was this thing about skill, right? It's a very different thing. You get a really good samurai or a grandmaster samurai who running, then living. Running was basically living the streets with his swords and have to defend himself. We've come to that thing. He live in that was this philosophy: to live and die by the sword. That's why in these days don't exist samurai. There's these people they think that they are samurai because some coach. Just don't turn into samurai, but this is my opinion. What is a samurai? Samurai already they are extinct. You can learn the technique. I think you can learn. I have learned. You can learn the technique, but I don't think you have the desert, the right to say that you are a samurai, or even if you say a modern samurai, that sounds to me disrespectful to the old masters. You should say that you are a kendoka, a kendo fighter, a kendo master, a kendo grandmaster. It's okay, but you say that you are a samurai? No, not in my opinion, because a samurai he lived by the sword. Simple like that, right? He lived and died by the sword. His sword was a tool. Now, let's get a running, for example. Or even if the samurai was a magistrate or worked for the shogun, etc., policy, etc., whatever, he was kind of not so running, right? A samurai with master, that's it. With daimyo, etc. But the katana was their way of living, and today you cannot apply that because you will not put your life in dangers like a real samurai. Did you get it? So that's why you cannot be a samurai, and I think that is disrespectful. And I am not even Japanese. But I think that was disrespectful for the old master to master Gedan, to master Yagyu Jubei, to Miyamoto Musashi, master Miyamoto Musashi, to master Chiba Shusaku, to master Matashihiro, to master to all these masters that to even to Horubi Yasube, these masters, right? Sasaki Kojiro, and all these guys that put their life in danger, right, in situations that were dangerous by the sword. So that was live and die by the sword. The samurais was kind of like this. One day we are here, and another day not. That's it. You live and die by the sword. right? To protect people, you use sword, a katana, use a tool, or living. So today is impossible to be a samurai. I think this is disrespectful. Of course, is my opinion, but it's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful for me, and I am not a Japanese people, but I feel offended by this real samurai in the time that they give their life to this thing, right? You can say that you are a kendo student, even if you know kenjutsu. I know kenjutsu. That is the art of how really to strike the opponent, right? Not in your Olympic stuff. Is really the art to finish the other. But I know never will dare to call myself a samurai. Don't matter my style if I learn Shinto Mumen Ryu, if I learn some Ryoha style, if I learn Ryu, don't matter. It don't matter. I will never dare to call myself a samurai or a modern samurai. What I say is that I am a student of Kenjutsu. That's it. Or I even can say that I am a master of Kenjutsu if I master techniques, etc. But I am not a samurai. Even if they have the code, this modern samurai, they have this code of, oh no, the samurai is to serve people. So if I work to people, I am a samurai. No, you don't. You're not. You're not. But this is my opinion. Okay, you can do whatever you want. If you want to be Power Rangers, you can say, but this is my opinion. I think that is even disrespectful for these masters that they really run dangers to develop their styles and to protect people. They were samurai, and the samurai get extinct by their own people. They get extinct by Japanese people. They get extinct by the new government, and I will not judge it if it was for the better of the bad. I'm not judge. I think it was. I don't like to say it because I respect much the samurais, etc. But I think it was for the better. And the guy who started it was, I think, it was Sakamoto Ryoma, the disciple of Shiba Shusaku, Master Shiba Shusaku. He worked in Edo. Was today is Tokyo, but he worked in Edo. Master Shiba Shusaku, and Sakamoto Ryoma was one of his students, and he was the guy that one of the guys that worked to he watched. We cannot live forever like this. We need open the doors of Japan. We need technology, or we will get behind. That's it, right? How will you fight the guys is outside there having technology? We don't have technology. We don't have medicine, modern medicine. We don't have. So that's why all these things come, right. And the samurais don't like it. They see these things, don't want influence of westerns and all these things, and then the war in the time happens in Bakumatsu or the Meiji period, whatever. And then was this guy's called no, there was the Shinsegumi special force policies forces they have created. They work for the Shogun, the Shinsegumi, and they were samurais, the last. I will not say the last samurai, but it's close to the last samurai. Um, they have then was this Bushido code created, I think it was in that time, by this Shinsegun guys, Shogun, whatever it said, have created this very strong code of Bushido that you don't even could even drink alcohol if you, well, kind of could, but not much. So they create this Bushido code in the Shinsegun. At the time that they create that very restricted code for them forever, guys. And this is the guy that patrol the city. There is the Bushido code. Where they started on this. So coming to my now we come to the final chapter of me in martial arts. What does happen? Well, I need money to survive, so I have to see other things in my life, and by doing this, I get slowly get myself distant of martial arts until I come to training nothing more about. I kind of forget about martial arts, and there is now 2 years or more, maybe 3 years that I don't train in nothing. My stance, nothing, nothing, nothing. And now I will say to you all, first, I have to see other things in my life, right? That was not working to me. I need money to survive. That was not working. There are a lot of complications, etc., etc., etc. And I have dedicated so much for that, but that is very complicated. It's not easy to me to. The problem is not there because come challenges, people to challenge me. This, you don't know nothing. Let's fight to see if you know. And then I go and boom, finish the guy in less than 10 seconds. Just maximum time was 10 seconds when I was training. Right, guys say, oh, you are doing wrong. They say, what you would do? They say, I'm a boxer, a kickboxer. This works. What to do is bullshit because I was in parking training doing Tai Chi, and of course Tai Chi is for health and etc. But he comes arrogant to me and say that was a bullshit or a bullshit. I don't know nothing. Just get out of here. You kick my ass. That was it. And I stay. So well, just here, but here, or get out of here. You are you are a farce. You are not true fighter. Fighter will beat you. Fighter will done with you. So it's okay. So since he wanted me to vanish and I want to practice my Tai Chi in peace, and he challenged me, he says, okay, you're finish you here, and then you go home, okay? Forget about this. And then he adopts a boxing stance, right? Uh, then he rushed against me with severe punches. Bah, 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 bah. And I block all these punches, intercept them. And when I boom, I stop my punches because this is what define you and what my master teach me. Your skill is you are able to stop a full speed, a full speed technique, and how close to are able to stop from the other. This is how to define your level of skill, right? It's not this belt. And in the old times was this how you having a wooden sword, you right, your opponent was not able to see and you're able to stop centimeters here, full speed attack you were able to stop. So this is your level of skill. So I was with him, I don't want to hurt him. I am a nice guy, or I was, I don't know, but I don't want to really hurt him. I just want to show him that he was wrong actually. So when he comes, I just start my punches, start my punches, and he's hurt. So he kind try to take advantage when I stop because just so here if I want to hit you, you're done. So he kind of take my hand out and fast go. I push here and was push here and block him, but here, right? And I stop again, and then he goes here and he starts to take me down, and I just don't let him. And then he tried a very crazy move. He just cause I was not really taking his serious in that moment. After 10 blows, he was not able to do nothing. And I already see that he was just a guy that knew stuff, but far from my level to defy me. But he's put his foot upper my feet. I don't know why he did that. I think But I think it was this idea to stop my movement, but I'm able to fight statically, no matter. So I have a lot of footwork, strategy, strength, back, but also circle, like the boxing. Like I can walk as like Muhammad Ali. I can walk as Mike Tyson. I can walk as the karateka. So there's not really. I can fight stationary. With training, but you have trained to all scenarios. So he kinda uh, put his feet to hold my feet, frontal foot, because I think then he could hit me. I think it's that he's mad. The time that I feel dangerous, so I counter. So I counter with this. I fly, right? I fly, strike here, strike here, right in the time. So I kind of fly. I fly here. I fly in this. So strike him, strike him here. No, no, no. I strike him here. Yeah, close here. And my kidney to close into the not to the groin. Well, yeah, to the ear. And then he stopped, and he don't want to fight because this I feel dangerous when he does this because I don't understand what he want to do. So I feel dangerous because he stopped my movement. And even if I can fight stationary, static, I don't like this unit. I don't like this. So I kind of flying. I using this was a kind of flying. But my foot was kind of locked. So I kind of do this to hit him. So, and that comes from why but I think when they even talk so much, but they use kind of here. They just fly here. I cannot show you right because there's a lot of time that I don't training. But that was this finished the fight. He don't want to fight anymore. He see that because he already launched more than 10 punches and don't pass through my defense and I intercept all and I showing if I want to punch him I could. So he say, yeah, you are a real martial arts. You are real martial arts. So I asked him, do you want to be my student? He said that he don't have money right now. Just he just leave me alone. And that's it. So I just tell you that people come to challenge my style, and I accept it because. But this one was the last one. Because I accept because if I not accept it, I will not be a real martial artist in my vision because I was developing a style. It have to work. If someone come and say to not work, you have to prove that work, right? So this happens a lot and was annoying. It's dangerous because of laws, etc. Because if you're doing all this stuff there and the policy appears, they will take me, they will tell me that I am a human weapon, and they will charge me with that, with that, and I don't have money to do. In Brazil, the law works in poor people, and I am a poor people. If I was a rich or playboy, of course I will not do that because of my philosophy. But if I would have child scruples, uh, of course I will just punch people, be evil, just punch because I can pay the fee, right? Uh, but I'll never do that because first I have a code, right? Second, because the law. Yeah, the law. The law is always against me, kind of that. I was walking the street. I remember one day I was walking the street, and the way I was used to walk, talks a lot about you. You can see about the Miyamoto Musashi. You see the read about the in all this stuff that the people knew that he was Miyamoto Musashi walking the streets just by his walk. And there is martial arts, so people that know martial arts, they know the other people with martial arts just because of his walk. And the way how I walking, because I have to study so much the aggressors, how they used to to dress themselves, etc. So much. I think they caught the attention of the police, because when you go so deeply to learn how the aggressor, you need to kind of enter in the mind of the aggressor to know what he want to do. It's how he do, so you create a defense against him in all these situations. That is self-defense. But the policy, because I have a very weird way of walking, I think not much, not like a gangster, but a different way of walk. And the policy here don't understand that. They stop the guy come with the cop comes with another a pistol. Too much face already. Not his finger was in the gun, so I was very worried. And I know the cops in the region. The cops they usually know me will not do that, will not approve it, because they knew that I am martial artist and I run in the night to training. Use it to do that. I don't do that anymore. I am not a martial artist anymore, and I will come there soon. So, yeah, it's very complicated life to be a martial arts, because you cannot act, react, use it, uh, right, in the streets. And you can open a dojo, etc. There's a lot of things, bureaucratic things, and etc. etc. And until that, I need food, so I have to look for other ways. And this was the first step to the destruction of martial arts in my life. Let's say that. The destruction, because I stopped learning. I got things because the medications that I take. So I am not a grandmaster anymore. I have to use this title of grandmaster, etc. Call some people call me master. I am not a master. I am a master of nothing. I am not into martial arts anymore. That's it. Now I cannot teach you people. I don't teach people. I cannot teach, because if you're not training, if you're not into, you cannot teach. You cannot teach. Even if you know the techniques, you cannot teach. Even if they offer, you know, much money, is against my code to teach you something badly. To teach you, I need to train it. I need to come to active, right? So I stopped the martial arts. I stopped because there is these things. First, no food in my no food, no money, no food, no nothing. Second, yeah, I have to find some way to win the life. Third, um, was very difficult because there is these styles, Muay Thai, etc. They're very famous because of UFC. So even challenge these guys, etc., trying to get some audience. So this thing was very complicated. I don't want to do like that, because I don't want that to enter in the gym and say hey, etc. is disrespectful for them, and I understand. So there are a lot of complication, bureaucratic things and complication things, right? Also, I feel that it's not right to me to beat other styles, to prove, to say to my style is better. So all the things I change, etc. So let me talk. So this was the first thing. I need money. I don't have it. This was thing that was not working. I need to see other things, and so I start to study other things. Why I enter in other marketing stuff, right? Things that have nothing to do with martial artists, right? Brain things, right? Instead of using, yeah, like my master say in the past, one of my masters say, use your head, but not to get punched. So yeah, use my head, brains, but because I never have to use it. It has to be a martial arts, but then I have to start to use it to another stuff to put money in my to 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 have food. So this was the first step to my style die. The second step was, I think there is not the second step. It's just this. I start to study other things and I stopped training martial arts because I don't have time. And I speaking here today, but you can see in my YouTube channel there's not much. There's not much because I don't have time. I don't have time. So I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have nothing to do something good in YouTube. So create some good content. And I don't like to create or do things bad. That's it. So that's where I live martial arts. I live, but it kind of don't want to leave me because when I was in work, I was normal work, right? Uh, Manufacturing fabric, something like that. I was working, I don't know exactly how it's. I made shares. I used to make shares. Uh, this stuff, sofa, this stuff, bed, bed to sleep, right? This stuff I used to work with this. Um, and later, so yeah, I used to work with this, make shares manually, making shares, yeah. And then a guy, a punk, I would say, he comes, hey, you look different. I don't like your posture. I don't like you. You look like something that knows how to fight. You know how to fight. I say no. I mean, yeah, get some class. He says, you don't know. I will test you right now. And then he comes with 10 punches again. 10 punches. And yeah, just defend his punch. Anyway, I was working with one hand and defending, boom, 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 right? Defending him with this circles movement. Watch one hand here. It's very difficult. Have to be very fast and counter in. Push in here to get. You say, I don't want to fight you, and the people are already surrounding. Right? Fight, 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 fight. The others call the cops. Call the cops. What? No. No, don't call the cops because we know what happened in Brazil. If you call the cops, to a poor guy like me, I will lost my day of work. I will lost my money that I used to buy food. So things are this bad, and I don't. I say to the guy, look, you win, you win, you win, you win. He says, no, I don't actually hit you, so I don't win. So I kind of let he hit me. I let he hit me. So he have this idea that he win to leave me alone. You see, yeah, you hit me. I am not a martial artist. You don't like martial arts. And he said, you are fake. I say, yeah, I am fake. No, please, please, leave me my work alone here. Right? I need my salary. I need my salary. I tell you guys, from America, it's American dreams. In Brazil, a normal worker, what he gets barely used to the food, but that's better than nothing. That is everything from us workers, normal workers, for normal workers. So yeah, I have to let him hit me. So he hit me very hard with all his power, but I can take that. I can take that. If this guy stop, I will let it. So yeah, he say that yeah, you are not good in nothing. You're nothing. You're not a martial artist. Why teach you? Why people call you martial artist? Why people call you master? Why people are kind good grandmaster? And there I remember comes a student say, Master, why you this come hate you? How why? You say I would finish this guy. Then this guy say, oh no, you know, he had said there are confusion. And I say to my disciple to not do that. My because my disciple he works in more superior, etc. He have more money, etc. He work in other parts of the other part of the thing, but he comes, he watches. He was in his escritory when they get more money because he do it very good. He do what he's supposed to do. Use your head to win money, not to get punched. And people come. Your master is fighting, is beating another guy to finish another guy. So all they he say to him, your master he get beaten bad. So he comes to this. No, it's not possible. He go find what is happening with me, and then when he comes, he he watched the situation and he tried to defend himself. He say, "You hit my master. You take you down now, scum." They say, "No, no, don't do that. No, no, no." No, no, not forget how. Let's just work, guys. Let's just work, guys. We all need money, right? They say, yeah, but I win. I say, yeah, you win. You win. Now, please, please, because we have to beat this here in Brazil. You lost your job. You lost your job. No food, no job, no food. You you're done. So this was on the last time, one of the times that I was close to the death of my style. Because I don't want to use it, and I was attracting much attention. The way how I walk in the streets, how I observe, very tactical about everything. Um, like as my mother used to say, you have to relax. And in the time I was a martial arts, I say to her, no, I can relax. Danger is everywhere because I have this mentality of a martial arts and self-defense in the teachings of my masters, old masters, the teaching of the old masters. No, you need to be prepared to be attacked. To be attacked every time you can. Someone can attack you every time. You need to be alert. You need to be have this mentality. But soon this was disappear. Everything, all my style, all the things that I have learned was disappear because I was a guy that attract too much attention. I come to this conclusion because my stance, my posture, this etc. I was a guy that caught too much attention, but attention called trouble is not the kind of attention that I want. So I was relaxing and I adopted this mentality that very contrary to all things that I learned. That is hard. It's hard because you pass your whole life studying, dedicating yourself. You pass your own life to not become a victim, and in the end, you do the opposite. I become religious, more religious, and I say that I will let everything in the hands of God. Because this is the thing. Even if you win the best scenario, even if you win, etc., aggression in the streets, you react, you win, etc., you will have problems with the justice. You will have lost a day of your work, right? Uh, they don't have pay you the work that you lost. You don't have money. I say you don't have food, and so you don't have problem with justice. The justice that works for poor people only. If I riches don't have problems. It's just someone will speak for me. I don't have, but it's a poor. I am a poor. The reality, I am a poor. So you don't want trouble. That's it. You don't want trouble. You don't want trouble. So first, the justice. Yeah, the justice. You don't want trouble. Second, you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay someone that you hurt. You hurt. You have to pay someone. You break the guy. You have to use because my style is the thing. My style that I developed finish was the thing. The more violent the aggressor attacks you, the more violent is automatic. Is it was because it's not anymore. Was my style. This was the concept, right? The more violent they attack you with all this stuff, The more violent is my how I will respond. So that's bad because if it's a real scenario, is there someone here in the joint leg? I will just step here and use the power of my body to hit him here. So I step here and hit him here, right? I step him in the power and I hit him here, right? Right in the joint. So if he come here, I step really fast and strike him here. Full power, and again, I am not training, but full power in his side joint, break his leg, fuck it, pay his bills, hospital, I will have to pay him, I will have to answer in the justice, I will have a lot of trouble, I will lost money, I lost time, I lost everything. So when you lost, it's not good. So this was the step to me to step away of martial arts, leave it all in the hands of the God, the God, sorry, the God. Because the second thing, there is the first thing, the law, the system, all. The second thing is that vengeance. Even if you beat someone, that's and you don't beat fast enough, or he knows your face, etc. He knows who you are. He knows where you live, etc. Well, he will discover if someone wants to make something evil to you or to your family, etc. So vengeance. This is the second step. This was this two steps thing. First, I knew that it was a path of trouble. It's not the path that I wanted. So I wanted to create a style to teach people to defend themselves. And I have one student, I teach him and he used it for evil. To be honest, I have to stop him. 'Cause he used it for evil. I found him, I see, I don't train you to do that because I'm not the guy about the money. I'm not a guy about the money. I don't teach for money, right? I teach to then to defend, to use to defend, not use to attack, right? Not use to bad intentions, not use to tell the other that you are superior, that your martial arts style is superior, that you are a better because of this. No, you're worse, right? You don't train for that. You train for self-defense, for discipline, self-discipline, self-improvement. Right? I have this philosophy. I kind of don't get the things of just hitting like that, hitting like that, but I get the philosophy, right, of the karate, of wushu, kung fu, etc. I get the philosophy, this philosophy of non-violence, right? You know you're using wrong. He was breaking the arm of the guy. The technique that I teach that was not to do that, not in that scenario, right? So he was using that for evil. So we have to stop him. I have to stop in my own student. Um, I have to banish him from that. I have trouble with that. So that was this. One thing is not giving money, it's not leading me to any place, it's not leading me to anything. Second, um, because maybe it's because I don't live in a place that needs much of self-defense. But I have to be honest, it was not because of money. There is a lot of fake masters that want to teach you because of money. I never have this intention. My intention was really learn self-defense, get the best of the styles, and then build it, create my own style. I have to be honest, and then teach people, vulnerable people, let's say women that suffer domestic violence and they don't want anymore. They get traumatized and they don't know. And we know that we cannot depend of the system. The policy is not everywhere. There is a. I remember that was a place was midnight. No, was late night. We say late night, but I used to run late night right in that time. I was 18 years, but yeah, it was not much yet I in that time I was kind of this mind that I want to create a style, but was too green. But in that time, I was running the night here in Brazil on a street that there is no people. Already to avoid problem. I know that in the it's not forest was trees, etc. And it was a dark road, but I like to walk there because there was not people, but there was guys that use things, illicit things. And what's common police knew, no, but they don't do nothing. So why I do care? I just walk there and they just watch me, but they kind of some find fun, some just right? They don't kind of don't care. They just you can walk there. Oh, you a boxer? You a you're a boxer? Are you training off? You can walk here all the night. You don't have problem. So I used to walk in the streets because if I walk where there's people around, they only come to see, etc. Distracting. So here I was focusing on running, etc. To train my physical, right? I was very strong physically. I mean, I was strong physically. I don't have this body right now because I live martial arts. I live any kind of training. I live everything just to focus on how win money, get real money. So in that time, I remember that one day things get weird, things get bad, things get the word here that I cannot say, and I have to be careful about that. If you two done with my channel house, I kind of care, but I don't like to be my channel banned. So you understand? Uh, I was walking, and there is a place. It's not a mountain, but a place to come from a community. I don't know. It's kind of there. Then and comes a girl running. A girl, right? I don't. She looks like a minor, but she was running. But today I think what she was doing late night. What she was doing, but okay, she was running, and a guy of 2 meters was running after her, and she was screaming that he want to do bad things to her that I cannot speak here, and he just was running against her, and she was desperate. So that was the time I have trouble in my mind. The conflict come because my masters, the words of my master come. Today I free these words because I live martial arts. I am not a martial arts anymore. If he is not here anymore, but if he was, I will tell him I don't have obligation to do that. I am not a martial artist anymore. I am not. I live that path. But in that time, I was a martial artist. So this girl was coming, and this guy of 2 meters was coming after her, and she was screaming that he wants to make bad things to her. And I know that people here don't do nothing, so because they don't want trouble. Like me today, don't want trouble. That makes sense. But in that day, I just talk as my master. I thought that they were cowards because my master teach me this, the thing. But my master don't live in Brazil. He don't live in Brazil. You know, things here are different. This is not Japan. This is not China. So things here are different. So he don't know how the law works. So I have this conflict in my mind with the logic with my master tell me, with honor versus what my life. That's it. And I see the thing, right? And what I will do now. And you have split seconds to do something. But in my mind was like some eternal conflict in what to do because as my master have teach me, if my master teach me this thing here, if you see, because I asked him, master, what I do if I saw the stuff. So my master say, if you see a criminal, an evil person doing something evil to a weak person or a vulnerable person, and you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. What is the difference of you and the aggressor? My master was very solid, straightforward. And I kind of, what? I say, what is the difference if you see aggressor, if you see someone evil, doing something evil to a vulnerable or a more weak person, and you have the knowledge that I teach you to protect yourself, to protect the weakness, and you do nothing. You just watch. But they say, "Hey, call the police." Just look to me. You do nothing. You just watch. I can call the police. You just watch. You can call the police, but until the police come, you will just watch. He said, you will just watch. That make it so disgusting. Like he was already doing that. I just look ahead to see you up because we are to my master. He always used to respect it a lot. He don't even look into the eyes. He kind of like this, just looking here. And it's so. He said to me, he's a very traditional martial arts guy. He said to me, and when the philosophy comes, where the philosophy comes, but where the honor part comes to my style, because if it's not this, we don't have code. It's not martial arts. It's just I am just a box with the know how to hurt people. So we need discipline. You need this philosophy stuff. And this is the part that I kind of don't like Muay Thai. We're gonna come better to the finish the story because this was my Muay Thai that finished the chapter in my martial arts path. This finished for good. I mean, I already finished, but this kind of was the ultimate, the ultimatum. Yeah, but we'll come to that. So he just say, if you just watch and you do nothing, what is the difference from you and the criminal? My master say, what is the difference? You are you are in his side. If you see him do something evil to other, you do nothing. You already choose. You are in his side. You are seeing he's making something evil. You are doing nothing. You are letting him do it. You are not different from him. So it's up to. In the end, he say, "So it's up to you." But he say, after he say all this stuff, so it was a difficult thing. And then I step in. I step in. I put my life in danger. I step in and I say to the girl, "He will not hurt you. He will not hurt you. Not today. Not until I leave." And the girl looked to me like, who is this guy? But she asked, help me, he want me. He want, I cannot say the word here. I cannot say because you know YouTube rules. If you know YouTube rules, I will say. But YouTube rules. So this guy with 2 meters, no kidding. The guy was big. Why these guys always have to be really big? I mean, unless here in Brazil, this guy has to be big, man. I was a small person. I am 170. We can say I am 173 centimeters. Yeah, got it. 1.73 centimeters, and this guy was much taller than me, much bigger than me. And I don't like kind of have trouble with him, not because I could beat the shit out of him, but because of problems. Cops, etc. You come later, they will come after me, even if you do it. The other day, you step in my door. You done with that to the guy? Right? This is the mentality here in Brazil. It's not that the victim said no. This is oh you done very good. You done with the criminal, the poor thing, society victim. They are society victim. They are not criminals. That's it. You look like you done to him. You break his leg. You break his nose. You break everything in him. And you let him die. Right? You are done. This is like the law is to the guys like me, like people that want to defend others. So there is these heroes out there that venture themselves protecting people. But I don't have luck in my side. I know that if I do something like that, I'm done. Because I remember that one of the cases, the guy come with a knife and a wooden thing, and I just kicked. How should I say? How's the name of the thing that I kick in English, man? Was a big thing where you put your trash, was an iron thing. I forget the name. I just kick in his legs. I just kick him, and when he see I was a flying kicking him, done it good, and everyone, wow, fantastic. Then policy. What do you have do? You psychopath! And that's it. When I was forced to defend myself, I remember one day a woman, she watched me defend me myself against someone dangerous, and she after I done with the guy, right? I just they don't finish him, finish, but they break him, and she you are a psychopath. What you have do to the society victim society? You are a psychopath. I am disgusting of you. And I was, what? This guy was trying to finish me, and I defend myself. This was the first time, actually, that I used martial arts to self-defense, and then I started to see a pattern. And then this woman just screaming. She was just watching. She have nothing to do, right? She was just watching. She screaming. When I finished the guy, she said, I don't use weapon, nothing. I just finish, just take him down. Just this. And she, what a psychopath. And I feel badly because what? I was defending myself, but they have this mentality here in Brazil. So I don't know how is the other countries, but here's this. So I cannot defend myself. And there is this thing here in Brazil. I don't know other countries, but here in Brazil, if you're a martial artist, and you defend yourself with all these scenarios that I speak, you have to go to the jury, right? It's jury. You have to answer for your actions. Just to begin, when you sit there, you call Mr. Michael, because my name is Macon. You guys in America say Macon, what's Michael? Michael. You say, Mr. Michael, you are a white weapon. You mean what? You are a human weapon. I mean what? You just think what? Here the records say that you are a martial arts and this you know how to do this, right? And yeah, you are a human weapon. You know what it means? I don't know what. It means that this will heavily 10 times in you. It's a boy, but just was a criminal, was a self-defense, but you were a human weapon. Mr. Mago, you are a human weapon. You know martial arts. You know how to finish the guy good. You know how you are a human weapon. You will be treated as a weapon. Yeah, you have this feeling like I am be treated like a weapon, not like a human. So I don't want this. I don't want this to my life. I don't want this. Right? Go to the law to be treated as a weapon. So don't want it. Don't want it. This is curse. Martial art is curse. Self-defense is curse. So this is the thing. I left. Now we come too close to the end of this stream. Um, I stopped training because I don't have all this stuff. It's not making money. A lot of stuff I have to deal with. A regular responsibility. I have a lot of pressure of close people to me. You have to get money. You have to get money, right? This is not working. If this is not working, you have to stop it. I have to stop it. This is unattractive. This is cursed, basically. So I come to the point that I stop only training my physical, but later I start to become depressive. Depressive. The depression gets me really good because I stop all the things that I knew to move to all new things. And when you do know nothing, it's difficult because I spent so much time focused in martial art and self-defense and paranoia to defend in avoiding style, etc. That all the rest I was because when let's get the example, get the date to the girl. She say, "What do you do in life?" And martial arts, etc. You get money? No. You know, do other things? No. Get out of here. Get out of here. The woman says, so, um, just get out of here. Get out of here with your time. So, this was the first step to the death of my style. I think I already say a lot of things. There is no reason to me to prolong it anymore. We used to have plans, but after 2 years or more without training absolutely nothing, even a stance, nothing, just studying other things because the time that I lost now is pay. The torment comes to pay in my life. Now I have to learn to the force other things and try to be successful in a giant marketing outside there and try things and other things. Martial arts don't work, move on. That's it. So that's it. And because that you have to see if you have to is useless. Martial arts is useless unless you make money with it because it's useless. You never use in the streets. You don't want to use it. Trust me, you don't want to use it, right? Because you not because you just put your life in danger. This is not the thing that the problem that I have to face. It's because I say vengeance, or maybe because I say that you will have problem. So you don't want that. That's simple. So okay, I stepped out. Stop training. Just dedicate myself to other things, nerd stuff. So this is the thing. This is the deal. My brother, my young brother, he finished me. I mean, he finished me this path, right? Not that he finished me. He finished me in this path of martial arts. He was the final key to put an end of this madness. He put the end of this madness, and I am thankful to him. I am grateful to him to do that, to punch me that, right? And that face, to punch me that. really, not metaphoric speaking. What happens when I was kid? When I say young, I used to suffer violence. I live in a violent environment, and I realized that no one will help me. No one will come to help me. No cops. No cops only comes when you do something bad. But you when you need them, they don't do it weird. But they are not there. There was not there. Was not dad there to help me. There's not dad, dad, father. There's not father, dad there to help me, to say something to me. There is no mother. There's no mother to protect me. She can do nothing, do nothing. So the only thing is to get out of trouble and know how to defend yourself. You have two things. What do you want? You want to get punched to the face until you get brain damage. You will come to before you get adult. You already have brain damage, or you want to learn to defend yourself and put these people in their place, right? And walk is safe in the streets. I choose the second option. I choose to defend myself. I don't want to be a victim anymore. That was this my mentality. But and then I start this insane path of martial art journey, right? What is this? It's kind of think trauma that leads me to that to do that. I think there's evil things that come to good or not. Later, this to come to curse. So that was the time when I already have this mentality. I was developing my style. So this my youngest brother. He was child like me when I started training martial arts. So I come to him and say, "There's a way to you to know how to defend yourself." He to what? You mean you should know how to defend yourself because your colleagues will want done with you, etc. You need protection. I will not be here any time to protect you. I will not be all the time, all the life to protect you because I used to protect him. But when he, I will say to him, it's better to you learn how to defend yourself that you always have to depend on someone because I know you have the look to have me to protect you. But when you become an adult, when you have your girlfriend, etc., and someone want done something evil to you, I say, hey, you should. And it's kind of like that. Uh, when you okay, I kind of the with different times, okay? But I kind of say to him this, right? Um, I will not be here all the life to protect you, as no one was standing to protect you. No, don't trust that someone will be there to protect you, even if you have more luck than me. You are being naive to your life to think that someone will come to protect your life, etc. So with that, I started training him in my martial arts style. Uh, of course, they don't hit him from here, from real, right? Of course, nothing like that. Don't hurt him. It's just training, just teaching him the techniques. But then come but different from me when my master has my master say, I born with natural talent. It's just that I don't like it to use it, but I born with natural talent. When he put me to the test, he see that I was beating a red belt student. I was beating a red belt. I was stand to hand covered with a red belt student. So after the red belt comes the black belt. I think I don't know. Can remember. I think it's this. Yeah, in this style it was. I think the red belt. I don't know what's the high level, right? I don't know what this battle system, whatever. I'm not really much into that. It's a high student level. I think it was his best student. and I was. He said it was good. Good. He even asked if I was a martial arts guy. News. I said nope. So I have natural talent, and but my brother different from me. Zero, zero. The guy was all these things that he do. I have to adjust. All these things I have to adjust. He don't have the things very hard to train. But they think maybe it was because he don't want that. Because he don't see that he was too young. He was a child, right? He was a child, and maybe different times. Maybe the time that I was child, the violence, the bullying and stuff. Don't know even think that was more strong. Maybe in his time, because he's much more young than me. He's another generation. Uh, I think he's he's a millennial. No, millennial. No, Z generation. Yeah, Z generation. I am epsilon of the English. Uh, but I don't want him to pass. My intention was good, right? It was to he not be victim. That's it. Simple, simple. There's no black and white. There's no. Just to he be able to defend himself, to he protect himself, to he protect who he loves. The same thing is the ideology that they have in that time. So I come to the day that he comes to me and he say, I don't want to train anymore. And then I ask him why, and then he say, I know how to talk with people, and that shocks me. He say like something like that. He keeps saying, I know how to talk with people. I never will need to use that because people will not hurt me because they don't have reason. So I know how to talk with people. I don't need that. I don't want that. So I say to him, it was shocking for me as his master hear this, and even he was my brother say that. So I say to him, okay, okay, I respect your decision. I respect your decision. You are free to live. And that's it. And since then, I was my plan was to me and he to he to keep my legacy in the martial arts. This was my plan, or one of this, right? To keep my legacy in martial arts, uh, keep my style, etc. But he don't want that, so uh, I leave him alone, and I just keep training alone. And I used to train until 1 a.m. Yeah, every time. I used to have friends before I was into this journey. I have to say, martial arts kind of only bring kind of disgrace to my life because my friends leave me. My friends come, man, come on, you only do that. You only do this. Let's get out. Let's stupid the party. Uh, yeah, say no. I have to train. I need training. You guys can go have a fun. I will here have fun training. What this will take you to what, man? You need to get to girls. You need to get to woman. You need to create a reputation, good reputation with women. You are in that time I was kind of pretty. Today I am very old. Maybe if I don't look old, I am the age of Jesus, right? I am the age of Jesus. 3.3 the time that doing this video. I go make 3.4 in this year if nothing happens to me. Nothing bad happens to me. So, but in that time I was 17, 18, 18. I was doing kickboxing, karate, and this guys come on, man, you only do that. We know that you are good, but you need to do other things, other stuff. You need to get girls. You need to get, you know what I mean. I cannot say the word here. You need to get it, man. You need to get it. You're pretty, man. Look, I am. The guys, my friends say, I am ugly, man. You're pretty close to me, man. You, you, you're not winning. You stay there. I have to say to the girls, this guy is faithful, this guy is very thing, good thing, etc. But he don't comes out. And when it comes out, there is a time the girls want something with me, but I pay attention. Martial arts, I was focused on that. I need to train it. I have that mentality. And I remember that we go to the championship. I don't know how to say it, if it's championship, it's tournament, and I beat a Japanese guy. I beat him very fast, and he don't accept his defeat. And and he said, "Why do you think you are better than me? I am a Japanese. You are beating." Guy, he never have passport. It's very hard, hard. And but he say, "What is the difference? Why you are better than me? I am a Japanese. Why you are not? How you know karate better than me? How you are better than me? How you beat me? That is not." So he's, for some reason, not he have this proud to be Japanese and think that he was better because he was Japanese. This was one scenario. Then I later I come when used to change clothes. It said. Um, He said, "Yeah, why do you think you're better than me? You're not even Japanese. How do you know that stuff better than me? How you can do that?" Then I say to him, "What are you doing the late night in that time?" And he say, "I was doing the stuff with my girl." And I say to him, "That is the difference. In the time that he was there, what he was doing the other day?" He said, "It was in a party here, a very good party here in the city. I come to here, of course I go to the party. You have to find a way in, I go to the party." So I say to him, that is the difference. The time that you was with the girl having fun, the time that you was in the party, I was training. I was training like an angry wolf. I was training. I don't say that I was training like a hungry wolf, but he's saying that is the difference. The time that you were doing that, I was training. He say, "Come on, man, you was training that time." I say, "Yeah, I was training. For real, for real." And then he accepted the defeat. Finally, he accepted the defeat because he was not accepting the defeat because he was not Japanese. Just this, he moved to Japan and I beat the Japanese guy there, and that was not cool. That's it. But now come to the thing that have to do with my brother finished me in this crazy journey. Years later, he entered to the army because in Brazil, you are forced to do that, right? I was not because I was living in uh, a city that no one's know, and when you live in a low city like that, you don't need to serve the army. That's winter school. You need to present yourself and make a statement that you will defend your country if eventually things get weird. But in the time we are in peaceful, so not like today, all this crazy stuff. But the time we are in peaceful, so I say to he just asked me, "You have the tell, you have the physically to be a soldier. Do you want to serve?" He said, but then I already knew that because I live in a place like that, you don't need to, right? I mean, if they call you, if they say, "Oh, you go," you need, well, don't. So if you live in a big city or a city that have a quarter, then you have to go. So that, but I say no, I don't have interest in that. Why I say that? I could go to the, I could say that I have interest and I go to the big city and then I go to the quarter. But I, why not? Because they pay bad. That's it. In the time I have a job, a normal job, they pay me 2 times better than the army pays a regular soldier. So that's why. Basically, that's why. And that's too the part that will compromise my martial journey. That's it. So that's why I should say to him that no, I don't have the wish to serve the army. Uh, and that's just this. He say, "Oh, it's sad, sad, it's sad, or sadly, it's sadly because you have the age, the good shape to, because in the time I have good shape to be a soldier." He looked to me like such a waste. And he said, "Yeah, it's good, very good to know you, but yeah, no, it's so I don't serve the army." My brother, by the other hand, because my mother always say that she wants a son that is a soldier and all this thing. Because here in Brazil we have this thing, oh, a son that is from the army, he's bring proud. Right? This is the big honor. If in ancient time in Japan, a samurai was, I don't know, was a big honor. I don't know, it's everything messing stuff. But here in Brazil is this. If you are military or etc., your parents are very proud of you. Etc. You become a man of high value. I don't care about that. So I just care about my stuff. So, but my brother, he goes to the army because I think he don't know what he wants in the life in that time still, because we both kind of raised each our father actually, and he raised it worse because he was the person that I feel that he need more a father. Me myself, I just adapted myself to any situation, anything. I adapt myself. Okay, I don't have father. Okay, whatever. So he don't know what to do, so he I think he do it. Just my opinion, right? He will say maybe that he do it because he wanted. But what I've seen, from my perspective, he do it because of my mother, to bring proud to the family, etc. He always think much about all this. I can also see the difference is that I think about what others think, but okay, but it's not what I do. I want to do. That's it. So my brother was always to please her. I have this feeling, oh, I will do this because this, I look this, I will work in this because this, I will use these clothes because it's the what the people using. So I will. This is I will never care about that. So you using these clothes are out of fashion. What is that? It's just humans. What's that? Close to the for God, we are all the same. What's that? This is so we are different. So in the army, I remember that he called and he asked me how to use the tonfa because they asked to use in the army to security matters, and he don't get to get himself, um, how should I say, I forget the word, but he want to know how to use that. And then he knew that I know this stuff, and I am a tonfa jutsu master, let's say. I was, because I am not in the martial arts anymore. I learned that from kobudo, but or kobudo, you say kobudo, whatever, call it whatever you want, but it's a system, Japanese system of use white weapons, specific weapons, and tonfa is one of them. Tonfa was my specialty because I have to work with security, so I was deep in that, and I learned that from Okinawa. and this is what I can say. So, but here comes my brother wants to. So I basically know how to fight with tonfas, but my brother want to me in that time he was in the army to teach him something, and I refused because when he was kid, he said that it was not to him. He was not need to use that. So I don't say this to him, but I just say to him this when he asked me how use the tonfa. I said to him, just get it and hit it. That was the same time. So after he quit the army, he come he want first he goes to he in his mind I don't know he want to make a career. He want to become a soldier and stay in the big cities, etc., etc. But then he changed his mind. He have my mother have all this information. He was to talk with my mother, not with me. So because we are in other vibes, etc., we choose different paths. Ironically, in the end, our paths are crossed, and thankful for that. But um, how will say he comes for the army. It was not the thing that he wanted. I already knew before he leave, but I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. Different from my mother, I don't say nothing. I don't say to him to go, and I don't say to him to not go. I don't say nothing. I just ask, is this is what you want really? He say yes. Other day he say no because I speak some things about to him like how he is etc. But then my mother say that she will be very proud to have a son that is a soldier. So he goes. And then he realized in the army that was not what he think I think, and then he come back, and when he come back he don't think he knew how to do stuff, so he start to watch fights, UFC fights, and then he was not in there, so he put in his mind he wants to be a bodybuilder, something like that, because it was is high time here in Brazil in the time. Be a bodybuilder, be a gym guy, the gym guy. Get woman's the gym guy. The gym guy stereotype. Hard word to me to say. But then later this was not more high, so he was back to watch his UFC fights, and he said, "You know that I will try that." And then he started to do Muay Thai, and then he discovered that it's good, and then he adopts my mentality when I was very young. To be honest, my mentality when I was much more young than he did have. Oh, well, now I have a girlfriend. I have to defend myself if something bad happened. So I learn Muay Thai, go learn Muay Thai because my brother is not more into that. Maybe I don't think he think that, but I was not more in that time that he stopped Muay Thai was the time that I stopped martial arts. And it was this. So okay, he started in the Muay Thai and he become a yellow crank, um, and then I stepped off because I just want to test his skills already. To test, and not to see if he's to test his and to test mine. For 2 years or more, do nothing, even a shadow box, nothing. You be a guy against, but it's natural talent with a guy. Because my brother, when he enters in something, he becomes obsessed. Sure. So he becomes obsessed. He buy a lot of gloves. He buy everything. He use what they use everything to increase your speed, to increase your performance. He used to training, dedicate himself. He put things in the wall, even if it's the small things. He is the guy that becomes obsessed with stuff, and no, it was not different with martial arts, with Muay Thai. So he become capable in my vision. So I decided to call him to spar. The first when he was white crank, he he don't want. I say no, no, no. I ask him not in the same day, but there is a day. Want spar? Yeah, and I was not more in martial arts, but I want to see how a guy is out training and not in the martial arts anymore against a guy that don't have talent but training hard. That's very interesting because I know the story of Master Yagyu Jubei. Master Yagyu Jubei don't have natural talent. When he faced his father, he was so bad in doing kenjutsu that he get his eye accidentally hit. When it was the myth, I don't know if it's myth or true, but when is the story born, then he put this tsuba. I think no, I don't know if it's Tsuba. But he put because I not very much, I can't forget this. He put the guard protection of the guard hand of the katana. He put here in the eye, and they become an eye patch. Cool, cool stuff. And then, but he was not natural talent. He even say, I think in his book, he's not natural talent like was Musashi, for example. So he have to a person he got over the home because he was a samurai and a samurai that don't know how to fight. I think he feel kind of bad. He said for his father, "Father, how you get in the way of Musashi, the peregrination. I don't know if it exists this word in English. The journey, right? The journey of get out of the home, learn the good stuff, and later come back. And it was years later, Master Yagyu a guy that don't have real, they have zero talent to kenjutsu. He have learned in the streets with others running, etc. He have learned. He come back to home and he defeat his father easily. Because what? I mean, his father ever the samurais was his father was natural talent. Of course, he trained, but Master Yagyu he have this in mind. How I lost that? I have to, I am too bad. I have to become good, and so he training, and he naturally he becomes better than his father. So that's why I want to say natural talent versus dedication. And that's it. My brother is very dedicated to the Muay Thai system. So, and I was a natural talent, but 2 years to do anything. So I asked him, not even push-ups, nothing. I just studying other things to get money. So when he become yellow, crunk, he says there was supposed to him to be much more high step, but because some complications he don't get that. You have to pay to get the cranks. I don't knew that. Um, and then he he finally accepted. When he was think he was confident, obsessed enough, he accepted to spar with me. And I say to we will spar in the boxing rules because here we don't have space. No cannot have space to high kicks, etc. And my kicks are different from my Thai kicks. I don't kick with my shin. I use stomp kicks. So I don't want to turn him, invalidate him. Uh, so I say no Muay Thai low kicks. Let's just do and no kicks. Let's just do the boxing part, and we go to spar. And I surprisingly we are going engaging, and when it's a fake martial art, get punched and done. But it was then engaging, was studying, and and there is when I will just make this movement here, right? I will just make this movement here to get inside, hitting here, and hitting here, right? With the gloves, even out of shape, terrible. In here, very good shape. But when I do this, when I do this here, when do this thing Here he hit me. He hit me first. He hit me low to my ribs. He hit me. That caused me 2 days of pain. And let's spar him. And then we keep it. I not managed to. So here's the story. The enemy for good in the martial arts. I was not able to enter in his zone, in his zone, to have a good margin of hitting. I could not pass to enter, and this is my philosophy. Even if it was in boxing rules, my style is to break your guard, pass into your defenses, and hit you. Right? This is the philosophy. So I was not being able to enter in that danger zone and hit him, right? And maybe because the footwork, because I cannot move to right and I cannot move just front, back and front. But even with that, we are in fair. Let's say we could do the same thing. He also cannot move to the sides. So he comes, and this was the finish thing. Not the finish, he don't finish me now, but this was, I think, I don't know if it was a jab because I get him. He was a kind of the power inside fighter, the power fighter, right? But I don't care, I can fight in any styles. It was in my mind. I don't care. I can fight fast style, like Sugar Ray, whatever, and I can also like Mike Tyson. That's what I was thinking about. So I kind of don't care. Fight in the distance I do want. So yeah, the first punch was when I was going to do this and go to do this. He hit me here, low the ribs here, and forget how to say this in English. And then we keep up. All these punches that I lead to him, he was able, surprisingly, he was able to use the jab, his master, teaching him very well, despite he's a power fighter, Luger, or whatever. His master teaching him to use very well the jab because I was jabbing, trying to pass to this defense, to his jab, to take his jab away, to pass, and etc. Using working jab. He working the jab very good, and working how to use it to counter very good, and he was a vicious in this overhand thing, and I have to block this several times, right? And I managed to block because if I don't block it, I will get done. It's too powerful. This overhand thing is vicious. He's kind of 1-2. He hit me. It's kind of he do a lot of stuff, of course, but the main thing that I noticed is that he used to hit lower and then try to catch me with this overhand, right? And he have Muay Thai, uh, and I never have to defend this in my life. I never in my life and against fighters, amateurs, whatever. I always have to defend against strength punch or kind of hook punch, but never against punches that come from up, right? Despite I kind of use this overhand kind of this way, but not really kind of up. The good thing is that I'm able to see it in this, even learning the karate, right? That you use, you're able to see it, to kind of, but I was not able also see the kind of pairing or avoid is technically good enough to counter. That's it. And when I was, he intersected me. So by the end, I remember he hit me two blows. He hit me two blows. First, whack, he hit me one down to my ribs, and we couldn't continue. And in the middle, in certain part of the sparring, I see a punch coming. But the punch was so fast. The punch was so fast, and I lost. These 2 years without training, I think it was that I lost what I call the eye of warrior or the eye of tiger, call all you want. That is the ability for others they don't call like that. It's just reflex, whatever. But it's the ability to see the punch coming and intercept it. It's like for a fighter, it's like it's not slow motion, but it's like you able to see if you are not a martial arts, if you are a normal person, you don't see you. It's just a mess up. But when you used to training, you have some kind of muscular memory. I don't know. I was kind to see. So what I was kind of is very cool because in that time I was kind of messing to me also because I was 2 years into nothing. So I start to see, I see his, I was blocking, etc., etc., but then I start to see his punch coming. But I was fast. In real time, he was fast. It was like that. It was like that. So, but I don't know if it was a hook, right? If it was a hook or if it was a jab, but it was strong. So it was strong for the jab. His jab was fast, so I don't think it was jab. I don't even know if it was a right punch because everything was so fast and I enrolled in medication and all this stuff. But this punch comes, an interesting thing, because you see coming. I see the punch coming, but my agility don't matches what my eyes see, right? I see the punch coming. It's very interesting, cool stuff. And sadly, but you see the punch coming. And then my hand was, because I was blocking the other punch, he catch me off guard, right? I will start to do that, and you do that against me. So he catch me off guard, because when I have to get myself here open, that was a thing that's not supposed to be. So his punch was coming. This was the final blow. This blow finished my martial arts career. So his punch is coming, simple punch. His punch is coming, and my hand. I see the punch comes using my hand, but the punch comes first. Because speed, agility, he's using to training. He's training hard, and I am 2 years to start training. I like to think that is this. It makes things less worse. But then, and I don't know if he was. I know he is in Muay Thai. I don't know if he was hitting me in for real or not. I think he was holding a bit back, but don't worry. I don't know. You guys tell me, you guys that are fighters, but I don't know if you can hold this full power speed. You can hold this that comes up to down blow and then stop. The Muay Thai does not supposed to stop blows before giving. So you guys tell me. Uh, so I think this was for real. This was for real. I think he was doing for real. I don't know. Only he can say, or his master, you know, something like. But they tell me that he was spar, not a fight, right? So I was not taking it as a fight. When I say I have this mentality to settle, I settle things. When I say will be a sparring, will be a sparring. When I say will be a fight, will be a fight. So I tell him, we are sparring, right? It's just boxing part. No elbows, no, because I don't have money. If I hit, if we don't have protection here, so if I let's say if I hit him with an elbow, somehow if I use elbow, if I have to use elbow, I use Bajigun, I will use this stuff also. He also will use Muay Thai elbows, but I also know this stuff. But the thing is about elbows that they cut you. That's it. Whereas that can cut you, right? Of course, gloves can break your bones, but they can cut you easily. I know about the elbows can cut you, so don't want to hurt them. It's just to to test the technique, the skill. So see his punch comes, the punch that will end me, good and for all my career about martial arts, finish me for all. Right, my hand was coming, but much more slow because I see this is slow coming. My hand was coming because I see the punch, but I don't manage to get it. Right, so this coming here. My hand is much more low. My hand was here. His punch was already here. boom, which gloves he hit me with gloves, boom, and that punch makes my head bouncing behind. Boom. I get I get some brain damage in that day. Boom, and this was the second time in life that someone managed to hit my face. So that still there, no one have managed to hit my face. So and I have a lot of fights outside, street fights, whatever, but never was able, anyone was able to about uh, after, because when I face the others, I using all my style, but much is the boxing as well when it comes to the punch. But was ancient workflow, etc., etc. But much of the also boxing mix and stuff was supposed to miss blocks the easy his punch. I already fail in the start of the sparring section because I am a parry fighter, kind of counter and striker, and kind of parry was supposed to be a parry master, and I could parry his punch. Unefficient. I couldn't parry, parry this overhand. So only block it, only kind of block pressure, block it, keep the movement. So this was the first blow that hit, and then the second was the blow that finished my career in martial arts. It comes, and I was leading my hand, and I don't encounter the hand. Punch comes first. Oh, hit me, right? And then I was shocked because he managed to hit me. He managed to hit me. I sounded like a delusional because it's common to get hit, but not for me. Not for me. I used to have, but now I am slow. I am slow. I am not even. But they come to use all this, to use this, to use this, enter this, take it away, take that away, right? To use defend here, right? Defend here. You also, I'll set 70 blocks, whatever. All this stuff, 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 all this stuff here, right? All these, even these, adapt to this, all this stuff, turn beat, all this stuff. Now I see. Nothing. Nothing. He hit me. My hands was coming to block it, to parry, to block, whatever. But he hit me. And then we keep it a bit more. One of the things that I also noticed is that when the Muay Thai guy, he heard it from his master, I think from his gym. And I know about this. I already think not. When the Nak Muais, they they feel pressure because I start this crazy strings things. I think starts scaring him, or he make no. This guy is a bit. I have to pressure him, making him to close his guard. And I think he in his mind it was what he's doing. So he comes when they feel. I noticed that when this neck wise, this Muay Thai, when they feel pressure, they feel things that are not so well kind of dangerous. I don't know. They try to overcome with you to make you force block your guard to stop your reaction, right? So that kind of scary you. That's it with punches. So it was punches. So don't have much choice because of the distance. If I have space here, and we cannot spar outside. We don't have other place to spar in the day. We don't have also time to do our correct spar. So, but if it was, of course, I would not. I would just step to the side and control the match again with my jab, etc. But since we cannot move here, surround him, etc., use that like you in the ring, it's just back and forth. So here, and I have to close. So you don't have to. I have to close momentarily because it was too much punches. I have to close and adapt myself, right? So and I have to close on this. I have to get totally in defensive. And that is one thing that here's the deal, here's the catch. In my style is not supposed to be there. If you are in that situation, you are in a terrible situation because you have to control the thing. You have to whatever. Don't play this game. You have to control the thing, right? But there is too little space. And when you go, and I was 2 years in training, so so it's hard to think and adapt because you are not training. And then because if you have space, I will just get out and step aside and hit and counter, but we couldn't get out. So and here we have uh, not much good for this scenario. We have a desk of glass, so I cannot step much since I was, yeah, I cannot. So I could have used, but I don't think that because, as I say, I'm not training. But today I remember this section of Spark. I could just have adapted myself to come inside with with uppercuts to make him think about that. But I don't have to do that because I don't think in the, we were in the fight, things are fast, and I was not training for 2 years. So I want to test myself, natural talent, and not training nothing anymore against an obsession young boy. Um, uh, and I was out to test if he was able finally to defend himself. And his master is doing a great job, I have to say. Because if he stand against me, he can beat any street fighter in parts of punches. Now, if someone go with a weapon, is another story. But for hand-to-hand combat, he really can guarantee himself. So I am happy for that. Sadly for me, but I think there was is you can understand the situation, and I have to leave martial arts totally to focus on other things. So, and that's it. This finish my. I was already finished, but this was finished. I say to me, I am not a martial arts anymore. Yeah. And the second conclusion, yeah, just was, yeah, training, dedication, surpass talent, natural talent. And then he put an end to all these madness in my life to create a style. Because I always want this wish. I want to wish I was to develop a new style, but I have this mentality. If someone beats me, win legitimate, I feel like he win, I will stop. How I will be a master if I am not able to? So he do it for me. He stopped me. So that's it. This is the end for my martial arts journey once and for all. And then you must ask, well, okay, you don't want to do, but if someone wants to hurt you, make something evil to me. So this is where it come the parts of religious will think this is I know what you will think. This is foolish, but I put in the hands of the God. If someone wants to make evil something evil to me, he will do anyway. So we use a weapon, a gun. So and this is only bring trouble and disgrace from my life. I don't make money. I don't only people to define me, and I have this ego to prove that my style that I was building works to stand into these days martial arts styles and all this bureaucratic system and then all this pressure and thing. So my brother finished it. He finished it. And that's it, people. I already talked for 3 hours and 18 minutes, and this is the end from the martial arts, my martial arts journey, and I will make a final farewell to all martial arts. And I hope that you work, if you are a martial arts, I hope that you take serious self-defense and your martial arts and become dedicated and help people that you succeed where I fail. That's it. So I have to be thankful for all the masters that teach me and all the techniques that I have learned to buy my style, but I just I don't make it. It's not for me, it's not my past. I'm thankful for all the masters help that they offer me. Goodbye, guys. This is my last transmission about martial arts.